Hello everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout to share for Bramble Fox. I am using items from the February Fox box, you can see them there, and I am using the Best of Days title from the Fox box, and I've also used the little cassette tape thing. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's got, play and go ahead. Maybe it's like a Walkman type thing. But anyway, I'm using that. I love the phrase on it. It says, just stay on track and never look back, and I thought that was a really lovely phrase. So even though I'm not entirely sure if that's like a tape player, I assume, but yeah, anyway, it's really lovely. It's a beautiful colour. The Best of Days title is a lovely colour as well. I was going to try and incorporate the cassette tape and the record as well, but I didn't quite get those on. I have used a little heart as well. So I'm using the Noteworthy Collection by Simple Stories. And I have a series of photos, small photos, and it's a group of us girls, us scrapbookers, and we're out for a walk. We went on a treasure trail, treasure hunt around an area called Simmons Yat, and we had to solve clues and follow this route round and solve clues all the way around, and then at the end of the route, if we got all the questions correct, which were not all easy, very much not easy, then we had solved the treasure map and found the treasure. We didn't actually get any treasure, but we did stop at the pub for a drink, so that was the treasure. Anyway, we succeeded. So these photos are from that walk. I have a series of photos. I say there's quite a lot of them, and I think I've got 8 printed all together, but I decided to leave one out so that I could incorporate let's call it a Walkman, so I could incorporate the Walkman onto one of the panels where the photos were going to go. And I thought that I could make photo strips like this. You can see them there, but I could not make them work together. They just didn't look right. I was hoping to stack them on top of each other, slightly offset. So in the end, I decided to go with this diagonal design. So I've got my background cut to diagonal anyway, and I put my photos on the diagonal line. And initially when I was playing around with this, I didn't like it, but what I figured made it work really well was having the photos coming off the edge of the page, so it looks like a continuous photo strip, and I managed to just about keep the important parts in the 2 end photos. Perhaps I should have moved my photos around, but initially, like I said, they were in we were going to be in strips. And they're also in order as well, because I'm a bit I like to have my photos in order. I'm a bit precious about that. So the photo that couldn't fit on the strips, on this diagonal strip, is a group photo that I really wanted to include. The one that I left off is just an empty bridge. Excuse me. So the one that I left off was I could live without, but the one that was cut off the end of the strip, because it wouldn't fit diagonally across the page, I wanted to include. So I've just trimmed it down, and I'm going to have that as a little feature photo in the middle to the right of my title. And you can see that I've got my title in place already. I've got my photo, and then I've added a floral ephemera underneath the bottom right corner of the bottom photo, just to give it sort of like somewhere to put it, like a little shelf to balance it on. I did consider having the bottom photo at an angle, the same angle as the photos, but then I needed the title on that angle too. It just didn't quite look right, so those are straight, whilst the papers and the photos are at that diagonal angle. So yeah, diagonal layouts never seem to come that naturally to me, not like this anyway. So anyway, I gave it my best shot. So I'm just adding some ephemera. I've got some file folders going in at the top there. I've got more floral ephemera. I've got my Walkman Bramble Fox Perspective on the empty panel. I've just added a little bit of wood grain border sticker underneath that diagonal edge. That really makes a big difference, actually. It makes a big impact. So I'm really pleased that I put that on there, because the colours in the Noteworthy collection, they are beautiful, but they are fairly muted. Or some of them are anyway. And certainly the two papers I'd chosen for the background, the green one with stars and the pink one with the gingham lines, they're fairly pale, so it was nice to have a pop of something darker with that border sticker. And the colours, the bright pinks in the flowers are awesome. The flowers are just so gorgeous in this collection. I absolutely love them. Just adding a coffee cup, because we all drink lots and lots of coffee. Not all of us, but me certainly, and lots of us. And more flowers and more bits and pieces up there. Just trying to figure out what else I can include. I've got a clock, because we were racing against the clock. I've put a little phrase up there, which actually doesn't end up staying. More flowers, because who doesn't need more flowers? And the whole stationery thing, I really love stationery items, but are they a bit weird to go with photos going out for a walk? Well, I figured not, because we are scrapbookers, and we're a group of scrapbookers, and even though we weren't scrapbooking in these photos, all the stationery stuff works well, in my opinion. It goes well with that group of girls. So that's my line, and I'm sticking with it. I was quite happy with all of those, but would I put staplers on a wedding photo? No, probably not. Or file folders, but it worked well with these. So just putting a few more embellishments wherever I can fit them. I've got bulldog clips, I've got push pins, I've got date stamps, I've got little envelopes, paper clips, etc. So yeah, just getting all of those kind of in place, layered up and stuck down. Okay, so I have skipped forwards a little bit here, and you can see that I've added some phrase stickers from the cardstock stickers at the bottom of my bottom photo. Don't forget this, makes me happy, here for it, days like these. I'm now adding in some enamel dots and sequins and getting all of those stuck down. I've also added in some of the decorative brads. And like I said earlier, I've got my title from the Fox box, The Best of Days, the Walkman phrase, which is a fabulous phrase, such a fabulous phrase, and then a little pink heart as well. I've just popped that over the top of my photo in the middle, right in the middle photo. So I'm pretty happy with how it's all looking. I need to add some journaling. Now, I write this journaling down the right hand side of the page. So I wanted to write about the fact that we were out, and I wanted to record that memory. But I wish I hadn't, because it ruined the shape of the layout, the whole diagonal thing going on with the little cascade down the middle. By having another whole section going down the right hand side, because I had more to write than I thought, it just has kind of messed up the layout a little bit. But I don't generally throw layouts away, or I just put it down to a bad day. It's okay. The story is on there, which is the important part. I just kind of wished I'd written it in the middle, straight under the photo. There's a little gap there, and cascaded all the way down and tapered down to nothing, but that would have been pretty hard to fit in. So anyway, the journaling is on there. I'm not amazingly happy with where it is, but I'm glad that I've got the story written down. So just finishing off now with some splatters of white paint, yeah, that's me pretty much done. So yeah, thank you very, very much for watching along. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you have enjoyed this layout come together and enjoyed seeing how I've used the items from the Fox box. Yeah, thank you so very much for joining me. That was Nikki Rowland for Bramble Fox.